Looks like an email just came in. Dear Dr. W, I was diagnosed a few years ago when I was 19 and outright avoided telling anyone in my family that I was HIV positive. Earlier this year, I started to get very sick, and that put me into the painful position of telling my family I had HIV. They have since told everyone in my family without my permission, and I feel like I have absolutely no privacy. Do you have any advice to give? This is a tough one, unfortunately, disclosure is probably one of the hardest things that I talk with my patients about. It's a very personal thing, telling someone your status, and while you can anticipate what it feels like in terms of their reaction, it's always hard to take, especially when it's not exactly the way that you had hoped. In this situation, I think it's truly unfortunate that your family felt the need to tell everyone else. However, I'm going to try and look at it from their perspective. And so, perhaps they told others because they really were worried that you weren't doing well, and they wanted others in your family to have the opportunity to give you support that they hoped you needed. Perhaps they really did tell it because they needed some support from others in the family as well, because they were so concerned about you. If it was for these positive reasons, it doesn't mean that it was the right thing, and I'm not saying that it was, but perhaps thinking about it from their perspective could help you understand why they behaved and reacted the way they did. If it was for malicious reasons or because they simply were gossiping, then obviously there's a different spin on it, and I think that you certainly don't deserve to have your privacy ignored and treated in that manner, and that's something that you have to think about as you have future relationships with your family members moving forward. I would just say that you did the right thing in telling them in the hopes of getting support you needed when you were sick, and that don't let this influence telling others in the future that you think that you would want to tell and that would be able to provide you with support and love that you need down the line. Take care.